My name is C, and today I'm starting a new vlog. It is Wednesday, August 27th. If you watched the last vlog, here's the thing. These actually eat up my computer storage so much that sometimes I can't get a full 2 weeks into one video. And I end up just cutting things because I'm like, oh, well, what else am I gonna do? But I think I'm just gonna completely change how I do these things. I'm still gonna do them with the same format. Let me backtrack. Hi, my name is C. Welcome to a new vlog. In these, I take you through working on my kits, chatting about my week, what I'm up to, any books I'm reading. You get tons of cat videos and random clips of that. And any Happy Meal that shows up, I share it with you as well. So, as you can see, these things get very full very, very quickly. So I'm going to just kind of, I think, try and figure out a different way to do this. Part of me wants to do them weekly, but sometimes my weeks are very, very busy and I do barely any diamond painting, or I don't read a whole lot, but then sometimes I do a lot and it all doesn't fit into one video. So I think I'm just gonna go with maybe they're weekly, maybe they're bi-weekly. You will find out the same week I do. I know that kind of messes with how I have things built. Like, I have it so every other Friday I have it rotating between vlogs and kitting up videos, but I don't know, I have some thinking to do. I have a lot of thinking to do. Anyways, I'm working on Moon Girl by Miss Butter D from Diamondart I have this teeny tiny corner left to finish up, and then I will move on to something else. So this is kit number 1. I am currently listening to This Fatal Kiss. Nope, I can't say that. I'm ditching that book today. Not ditching it. I'm still going to finish it. But The Entanglement of Rival Wizards came out yesterday, and I'm starting that one tonight. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be reading. And I'm also reading, I have no idea what the Rival Wizards is about. I just know I'm gonna like it because the authors are in other books I liked. So anyways, This Fatal Kiss. Yeah, This Fatal Kiss is about a Selkie wanting to become human, but she needs a human boy to kiss her in order to do so. And of course you have the exorcist who is trying to stop her at all costs, and then some other really cute boy off to the side. So I'm a couple hours into that one. We'll see what happens there. I am also reading The Raven Scholar. I can try and describe this one to you. It's not going to turn out well. I might just pop up the cover and just be like, here you go, at some point through in here. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of what I'm reading right now. So I'm going to go back to this. I'm also starting my writing for October. October is prompt month, so every day there is a different writing prompt, and I am going to try and get as much done before October as I can. So I have one story half written, and I'm going to finish that one up today. But anyways, I'm going to let you go for now. Hi, hello, it is Thursday, August 28th. Yeah, I want it known, I looked just before doing this, and I forgot the second I hit record. Anywho, I finished Moon Girl yesterday. I just wanted to pop in and just, yeah, say I finished the kit. It's very, very pretty. I still think these frosteds are just like a touch smaller than these guys, only because when I was placing these ones, I was fiddling with the grid circles a little bit, like trying to make sure they were on there perfectly because you could see it, but it's still very, very pretty. Love this kit. So I think I'm gonna go back to working on that one now. I kind of want to start my Death Tarot card from Jaded Gemshop or the Makemarket mystery, but either of those ones could be used for the Drills and Chills, like, actual event. And I don't know if I want to start them right now. Anyways, writing update and no one asked for. The first story is done, so I have 1 out of 31 done, so yay. I say done, I'm not adding any more to it until the day I post it, when I do a final read through and do any sort of corrections, and then I'll upload it. But 1 out of 31 done. I am actually working on the mini sets. I'll go over and show you those quickly. Ta-da! Mini sets. I have the 4 there. Here's the first one I did earlier today. Very, very pretty. And I'm moving on to this one. The full set is the Wonders of Nature. So, yeah. I listened to more of this Fatal Kiss today. I still haven't started Rival Wizards, and I really want to get to it. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow is another day of running around. I have to take my car back in, and I'm gonna go get my hair done. So we'll see what I actually end up doing. But this Fatal Kiss, it's getting, like, I'm halfway through and it's getting interesting because we're learning there's something not quite right with the other cute guy that I mentioned. There's something iffy with him, and you can kind of see, I'm halfway through, you can see the bond forming between the main two, the Exorcist and the Silky, and then there's the third guy. I'm having a great time now. It's actually very interesting. I've been listening to it at work because I don't think I can listen to Rival Wizards at work. So anyways, mini updates. I'll come back tomorrow with something. We'll find out together. Hello. It is September 1st. I, once again, did a horrible job at keeping up this weekend. However, I have things to chat about. So anyways, to start with, these 2 boxes showed up Friday afternoon. So I think usually I open these up with you guys and then I tell you about the book and I read the first page or whatever. I think because both of these are book and item, I kind of want to do like a proper unboxing of them. So I will save them, and when I do that, I will come back and do the usual thing with the books. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. But yeah, so these 2 showed up. Let me move these out of the way. And then I'm actually, I took a peek to make sure to see what month this was. These are both August boxes. And I'm excited for the book in here, I think, based off the spoiler card that was on the top. I'll get into that later. Let me set these aside and then we could chat about my paintings there. Alright, cool. So the last time I showed you this guy, I think I only had that very, very top corner done. I'm trying to remember. I should have checked the clips before I started this. But anyways, I am 2 rows in. I am really loving how this is turning out. I'm taking a break from it for just a hot second because this is all confetti. I know once I get into here, like those colors in there, it's more color blocking. But I kind of just want to take a break from this one for a second. So that's what I'm going to do. Where is it? I love these green sparklers in here. There's some yellow in there too. Where are they? Never mind. Oh, there is some of the yellow. I'm really loving those, and the gold glitter that's up in the reds there. There might even be some down here. Oh yeah, right there. There's some of those glitters. So anyways, they're very, very pretty. I picked up the enhancement pack from DP with sparklers for this one. I have all the specials except the pearls. I didn't get the pearls. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this one soon. Probably get another row done. I have 2 done so far. I think this one will have about 7 rows. Anyways, Tennessee River Sunset. And because it is September 1st, I'm actually going to go start on this one. This is Death by Tex Art. And I picked it up from Jaded Gemshop. This is going to be my Drills and Chills kit. Giant ghosty equals Halloween. I actually think this is really cute. It looks really big, but it's only 40 by 80, so it should work up fairly quickly. I'm excited to see how this, like the tarot card part of it, comes together. Surprisingly, for Jaded Gemshop, there is a lot of color blocking in this, like the background, the main part of our ghosty, the moon, and the bats. So yeah, I think this one will work up quite quickly. And I have one more whip. I have the Makemarket fall mystery going on here. Maybe I should have gave a spoiler warning for that one. I'm sorry. That was really mean of me. But yes, I started this one last night, August 31st. And I have to say this is quite fun to work on. However, my brain is still trying to piece out the flowers from like all the symbols. Okay. So like looking here, I didn't expect it to turn out like this. So my brain, and like there's a lot more grays in this flower than I expected. So like, is that the same in here? I don't know. And that's a lot brighter than I expected to with those oranges. So anyways, that's about all the diamond painting I've done today, which is sad. But yeah, I think I am going to go. No, I originally said I was going to go work on this one some more. Both of these, this is kitted up already. I just have to take a picture for the Google form. But I have had like massive indecision today on if I want to diamond paint or write, and I am still debating. So we'll see what I end up doing. I will catch you up on the books I read this weekend tomorrow afternoon. I'm still reading one. I have about half an hour left in it, and then I'll chat about all the books I read this weekend. But alright, I'll leave this clip here for now. Alright, here is what I'm adding into that Makemarket kit. So we'll see how this turns out. Who knows? I could start working on this one and take out one of these, all of these. I don't know. These are just extras that I had, so we'll chuck them in and see what happens. But anyways, I'm gonna go get started on that kit now. right. Hello, it is September 2nd, I think. I should have looked at that before I left work. Anywho, okay. I was originally going to talk about books, but I'm going to talk about work for like 36 school zones. Okay, sorry. In my city, I learned that some cities, school zones are year-round. It doesn't matter. But in my city, they only are like the school months, so September to June. Is that true? Like, are there some cities where school zones are all 12 months, not just when school's in session? I know nothing. Anyways, it is the 2nd. We have had my peaceful summer school days are over. Teachers are back. Students are coming in to say hello. And they officially start up on Thursday. Yeah, it has just been a whirlwind of a day. Like, my morning was fine and peaceful. I was in my library doing my thing. We had our staff meeting, which, let me tell you, I am an anxious person, alright? Someone calls out my name, let me backtrack. The principal, we had the entire staff in the gym, alright? So 90 plus people. Tell me why my principal goes, hey, I'll just go with where's C. And I panic. Like, my heart stops. I'm just like, oh God, what did I do? Only to get I'm so sorry, I forgot to include you. Thank you for all the hard work you did during summer. Excuse me, I would much rather get a cookie. Please, please do not do that to me again. I thought she was going to make me do, like, the good old library spiel of, hey, how's library going to work this year? Like, when are you making your schedule? Yada, yada, yada. Library stuff and planning. No, just, thank you for your work. And that was it. She moved right on. I'm just like, can you not? Anyways, okay. That was work today. And then the afternoon, there was, like, parents and students, and I was not prepared for that. I seriously thought that they all started up tomorrow with the meetings, not today. What do you mean? So, again, I went into work today totally being like, yeah, I don't have to talk to a single soul outside the teachers and just like, here's how library's gonna work. Choose a time, please. No, I had to talk to parents and students, which is not bad in itself, but I like to be mentally prepared for these things. I was not mentally prepared for this. That's my fault, though. I didn't actually look at the calendar properly. I just saw admin day and assumed it was staff day. Anyways, okay. What I actually am doing this for. So, like I said in my previous clip, I did a horrible job this weekend of keeping updated with what I was reading as I was reading it. I, once again, found a book, started said book, and did not put it down until I you're turning, never mind. And did not stop listening to it until I finished the book. So, let's chat about it. This book was The Entanglement of Rival Wizards by Sarah Rash. This is one I've mentioned a couple times. It was a highly anticipated release for me, which is I'm so happy I have those again, because it has been so long since I've had, like, look at the booklets and have been like, yeah, you know what, I'm really, really wanting this one to come out soon, and I'm gonna read it, whatever. So The Entanglement of Rival Wizards is a new series by her called Royals and Romance. It is like magic university meets Dungeons and Dragons. Sold. I don't know a damn thing about Dungeons and Dragons, but you tell me that there's a fantasy setting at a university, I'm all in. Especially like a cheesy rom-com type of deal. It's so entertaining. Anyways, we follow Sebastian, a young wizard who is just trying to finish up his research project and get his degree and get the hell out of that school and go on and do some wonderful things and with his magic and learn things. He's just trying to finish school. But to do so, he has to complete this grant and this research project, only to find out that, hey, his I'm reluctant to call them enemies, but this guy that he absolutely hates for good reasons. Like, let me tell you, with some of the backstory of these characters, he has reasons. He has to work with him together on the grant because their proposed ideas are very similar, and the investors, the donors, all think that they could work together and really, figure something amazing out. So here we are, these two men who I want nothing to do with each other are working on this grant proposal, and this research project together. Trapped in a small room, close quarters. I had a great time. Especially considering that, like, both these characters are just, again, my favorite thing, filled with issues. You have Sebastian, who has a very difficult past that he's trying to not drown in. He has a codependency issue with his best friend because they also went through the same thing together. And they're both just trying to figure out how to survive after it, pretty much, when nobody believed them that it happened. So, like, I feel for these characters. And then you have Theo, the other dude, who is also having some family struggles and is also wanting to just graduate, get his degree, and get out and do his own thing. So, I have to say, I really, really enjoyed this book. I liked our characters. I liked how they dealt with all of their previous issues and just kind of, like, chatted about them eventually. And I liked the ending. It was a very sweet ending. It is totally just, like, a quick, like, it's a standalone book. The series is a series because it follows his friend in the next book, which I am so excited for. I have no idea what it's about, but I know it's about O, and I'm excited. Yeah, that's it. I just really enjoyed that book. So yeah, that's all I have to talk about the Entanglement of Rival Wizards. I don't want to say too much because I will spoil it, unintentionally, but I do really enjoy that book. Sarah Ash, so far, has done a wonderful job. She has a couple of young adult series that I should probably get to. I think I own one of them. Snow Like Fire? Something like that? I think I own it. I'd have to double check that. But yeah, I really, really like that book, and I would like other people to read it because I want to talk about it. Yeah. And what else did I read? Oh, I started Legends and Lattes. Okay, that's another, like, cozy romance. Oh, this bike is scaring me. It's another, like, cozy romance type of deal. So I don't know where this bike is going. Okay. Anyways, Legend of the Lattes, you have an orc who is done adventuring, and I'm assuming it is mentioned a couple of times that their back hurts and they have to, like, calm down and stretch it. So I'm assuming that this orc, Viv, injured her back on her last adventure and is, like, just wanted out before it got too severe and she lost her life. Let's just go with that. So she just kind of runs away from her party and starts up a coffee shop in this cute little town. And that's pretty much the book. Like, there's not a lot to it. It's a sweet little book. It's Viv starting up her coffee shop, kind of gathering people to help her. Like, she introduces us to, I don't want to call him a shipwright, but this guy who is very big in the construction, helps rebuild her coffee shop. Then you meet a succubus. I can't remember her name right now. She becomes a barista at this coffee bar, and then we have our little friend who's not very talkative, but like is a master baker. And it just kind of like all these people get pulled in and help out with the coffee shop, and it is such a cute little story. Ugh. And that's it. It's just like a light, fluffy read. I actually have the prequel, Bone Dust, Bookshops and Bone Dusts, something like that, borrowed. So I'm gonna listen to the last half hour of Latte and Legends and move right on into that. And I think it goes into that final adventure, or like how she got her injury. I think it's really not touched on in the first book, so I would assume the prequel goes into that a lot more. And then the sequel comes out soon too, so that's fun. I will also include here, no, never mind. It's fine. What else? I am almost home. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. I have a clip recorded of myself with my new hair, and I don't know if I'm including it yet or not. We'll see how my confidence is doing by the time I edit this all together. So I'm going home and then running right back out because my stylist talked about some sort of color depositing shampoo. So I'm gonna go look for that so that my hair stays bright red for as long as possible. Yeah, and then I'm going to do some more writing. I realized I mentioned this. I probably talked about it enough, but October, I'm doing a writing prompt challenge. There's 31 prompts. I have 1.5 written, so I need to really get on that so I'm not writing everything in October like last year, as I would like to at least get 20 done in September. So I'm going to do some more writing tonight. I'm going to work on Death some more too. I would like to get that first row done and then probably move back to my Makemarket for a bit. But I think that's the plan. And of course, I'm going to listen to Legends and Lattes, finish that one up. Oh, I need to finish up this Fatal Kiss too, because that one is due back soon. Yeah. Anyways, okay. I'm going to... Oh, why is that vehicle home? I'm going to leave this one here. And I will check in with you guys later. I am being attacked. Hi, it is Thursday, August 4th. Very quickly, I have spoilers for the Loom Crate and Fairy Loot August books, so if you don't want to see them, look away, but I am going to show them now. Or click ahead. Okay, I'm going to show them now. These are absolutely gorgeous books, and like the cover redesigns are amazing. The edges. Here's the thing, I did an unboxing for both of these where I actually read the description and like the first couple paragraphs. So I will point you in the direction of that if it's up. If it's up. But these look amazing and they sound so interesting. This one sounds like a creepy god monster rules the area, girl falls in love with him, and then like six students duking it out for some sort of like crown or to be the winner. I don't know, but it sounds interesting, and it sounds like it deals with like death and the passage of things. All right. I was gonna grab the cat, but it sounds like he went downstairs. So anyways, those are the 2 books. I'll probably check in later again because I have a package going out for delivery. But anyways, also here is my progress on death. It's looking pretty good. Writing updates. I've only written half of another fic, so I'm at 1.5. Let's go. I mean, it's still progress. I'm not knocking progress, and I will finish it up tonight. So anyways, little mini check-in. Alright, as I promised, I am back. Here are the 2 kits I ordered from diamondartclub this last weekend. I went into the weekend being like dead set, I'm not ordering anything else, and then they previewed this one, like the final kit. I'm like, alright, fine. So I got my Margaret Morales, and this is one that keeps restocking, and every time it sells out I get sad, so I finally picked it up. And after that last Miss Butter kit that I just finished, I am very happy I have this one. I know it'll be fun to work on. So anyways, those are my next 2 kits. Oh, these were both silver, not bronze. Yay! And now I just need, because a very dear friend, I only need 2 more golds for that custom kit. So hopefully I have some luck soon and I can find those. We'll see. Anyways, okay. I am going to go listen to This Fatal Kiss some more. I think I only have like 5 hours left in that one, and there was a twist I was not expecting, but you could kind of see it now that I know. We'll see. I'm gonna keep listening, and I'll come back with some thoughts on that one later. Hello, it is Saturday, September 6th, and I finished I'm an ass. I was supposed to do a spoiler for this. This is Make Market Fall Mystery, Halloween Mystery. It's number 1. I have it on its side because I think it looks better like that, but all like the markings on the canvas show that it should be like this, but that kind of looks dumb. So we're gonna do it like this, even though the legend goes the other way, but whatever. This was fun. I added 6 ABs into here. You can't really tell. I did show those earlier, but I don't know, they had a nice little pop. These oranges are still a lot brighter than I thought they would be. Like, look at that. Anyways, these yellows are nice. It's a nice kit. My one thing is a lot of these flowers kind of just blend in or blend together. It almost seems like, I don't know, the background is too dark, or maybe it needed to be like slightly bigger, because it all just like right in here it gets really muddy. So anyways, it was a nice little kit. It's still nice to work on, but I just kind of wish this was a little clearer in here. Anyways, okay. I'm getting up this one next. Spacer Reflections. I think it's my oldest round. I pulled the sticker sheet out of my little photo album thing that I keep them all stored in, and it was like the first one in there, so I'm pretty sure this is my oldest round. I bought it April 2021. Huzzah. Those 2 are squares, so I wanted a round, and I'm gonna add some extras if I can find some colors that match. We'll see what I have. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'll go back to that one or this one tomorrow, I think. We'll see what happens, but I'm just gonna go get this one up for now. Okay, here's the special that I'm adding. These will just go in the window of the cottage. I'm hoping there's enough. If there's extra, I'll add them to the tree, like right in here, but mostly in there. And then I'm going to switch out as much as add this as possible. I don't have enough, but I think it could be fun to do some highlighting around this tree. And then I saw this green and that kind of matched, so we'll see where that goes. I think we're just gonna go for it and see what happens. I don't know. All right. Hi, hello, it is September 7th. I finished this last night, this Fatal Kiss, and I'm giving it 3 stars. And I only say that because, it started off really strong, and then we got to about like the 60, like 55, 65, somewhere in there range, and the pacing really slowed down, and I don't know. I felt like it kind of sidetracked from the main point. I'm pretty sure I talked about this one at some point. If I haven't, it's about this Ruselki, who is a drowned girl who just can't move on and is trying to become human again. So there's the exorcist who's trying to stop her. He's trying to get rid of the spirits, and then there's another side dude. So, and you know what? The ending felt very unfinished for certain pieces. Like, it's definitely setting up to be a duology, but I wouldn't, here's the thing, I wouldn't continue with the series, just because I feel like the pacing in this one, like, again, it started off really strong, and then it slowed down, and then the final 10%, it just kicked right back up, and everything happened. I'm like, I kind of wish it would have been a little more steady throughout the whole thing. I will say, the lore is really interesting in here, but the author just kind of, like, dumps it at your feet, oftentimes. So, like, you have all these different magical creatures and characters and spirits, and then they just kind of like, here's everything you need to know about these creatures in one go. So it was just a lot of information, and I kind of forget a lot of the proper names for the spirits, if that makes sense. Again, it is young adult, so the ending did the thing I hate, but it's expected because it's young adult, and a lot of these books get their happy ending. Yeah. Anyways, This Fatal Kiss. It's not bad. It's very, very interesting, and I do like the characters. And I think I'll leave it at that. Anyways, I read more of The Raven Scholar yesterday. I've got about another hour and a half done. And let me tell you, that book is trying so hard to make me like, not make me like Ruko, but understand where Ruko and his mother is coming from. And like, I don't care. I don't like them. You cannot change my mind. So, we'll see what happens. I have another 13 hours in that one. But I do have some holds here that I really need to chip away at. In the Lives of Puppets is another TJ Klune book. I really like his stuff, so I really want to dive into that one soon. I think that one's like a, what is it, more like a fantasy version of Pinocchio almost? I might be completely wrong on that one. But it's TJ Klune, so I'll probably enjoy it. And then Bookshop's Bone Dusts, and I just borrowed another one, I think. A Forgery of Fate. Beauty and the Beast retelling with magic and, well, forgery. So, I think I'm going to try to at least get these ones done because I have less than 2 weeks with them. And then I'll move back into the Raven Scholar. I think that's what I'll do. Why are you saying 58%? I am done. Oh well. I think that's what I'm gonna do for reading. I do want to get to, what is it, Dark Rise by C.S. Pact soon. I don't know much about it, but I keep seeing it pop up every once in a while, and the fan art looks interesting. If there's one thing that can get me to read a book or watch a show, it is the fan art that comes out of it. Anyways, okay. I have 2 videos I want to finish up, so I'm gonna go do that. It is Sunday, so I don't expect to get a whole lot done today, book diamond painting wise. But by the end of the day, I will check in and show you my progress and possibly chat about books. If not, I'll chat on my way home again tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. Hi, no, I forgot. I wanted to talk about death a little bit. So here's my cute little ghosty for Jokes and Chills. I forgot to say, I'm actually adding in black crystals for these stars. I have to fix that. That's bothering me, I think. Do I really want to? We'll see what I do with that, because all of these are even, and I just noticed that one's not. I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, all of these kind of like stars are being turned into crystals. I had some from Orloa at one point. I don't know if they still do. Did like mystery bags of crystals, so I picked up some. So that's where those are from. And I'm also doing some slight recharting. This is so sparkly. Some slight recharting as I go, because these crystals or these stars have like a lot of, it's not down here so much, but you can see like the hashtag, and that is that dark blue. So I'm kind of cleaning up around these as I go, so that it is just the star without like weird little dark blue spots hanging out around them. So I think that'll look nice. Part of me is also tempted, because I'm already doing this, to take out this purple here, but we'll see how much I actually do. But anyways, that's death. That is actually a quarter done of this piece, so I'll get back to working on this one soon. No progress there. And I will show you Space for Reflection at the end of the day. So anyways, mini clip that I am just chucking in here. Okay, hi. I don't know what day it is. Monday, September 8th. Ha! Saw it this time before I backed it up. Anyways. Hello. I am heading home from work. It's Monday. I feel like this is going to be a very, very long week, but you know what? It's fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, I really, once again, do not have a plan for what I want to talk about. I know yesterday I said that I would chat about the books I read. I got 10 minutes into the puppet book. What was the puppet book? In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. I think that's what it's called. I don't know what my phone is doing. There we go. So I really don't know what's going on, and I didn't read any more of the Raven Scholar, so again, I don't have anything to add there either. So I don't have a whole lot to talk about there. However, I thought I can just ramble for a bit. I don't know. Listen, I have been getting everything pumpkin spice for like the past 2 weeks now, and I am living my best life. Let me tell you, Starbucks, great time. Tim's has improved their pumpkin spice syrup, whatever the hell they use. It's not as bad this year. Like, it's better than what it was last year. So you know what? That's not bad. I've been going there. What else? I need to go to Second Cup yet because they do this like frozen hot chocolate thing, and they did a pumpkin spice version of it. So I need to try that yet. Yeah. Okay. This is the part of fall that I hate the most because I left my house this morning. It was 6 degrees. Listen, I'm in Canada. I use Celsius. Don't ask me what that is in Fahrenheit. I have no clue. It was 6 degrees when I left this morning. It is currently 25. Again, like, I hate this part of fall because I start my day, like, in cozy clothes, and then by the end of it, I need to change my outfit because it is too warm. And it's a struggle. So, there's that. And it's getting colder, and I can feel myself getting sadder because winter's coming back soon. Honestly, I hate winter. Let me just properly press on the brakes here. Yeah, I hate winter. Anyways, writing update. I wrote another half a fic yesterday, so now I am up to 2.5 prompts done, if you would like to look at it that way. Slow but steady. Actually, I'm gonna go work on it tonight because I stopped writing last night at 11 p.m. and I forced myself to stop because I had to get up at 5:30 for work. But I still have the idea rattling around in my head. It was so hard not to just sit down at work and just spend my afternoon writing. I didn't. I wanted to before I forget this idea, but it's pretty solid. So I'm going to go home and I'm going to write it out. And just kind of finish that one up today, I think. It's a good idea. In my mind. Okay, as a writer, it's a really fun idea. As a reader, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. It's a lot of fun. Like, how do I talk about this without talking about it? But yeah. That was a lot of fun to do. And now I am back to doing my Hero rewatch because the final season comes out. I don't want to move if you're turning. You're not turning. The final season comes out at the beginning of October, and it's only going to be like 12, 13 episodes, which breaks my heart that I only get... Did I tell you guys about this series at all? It's like my biggest obsession, has been for like 2 years now. My Hero Academia, it's about a kid. It's a world of quirks and superpowers. We follow a kid who doesn't get a quirk. And he's trying to push himself to become a hero. High school comes along. His idol gives him a quirk. You're all caught up for the first episode. The final season, it has so many scenes that I'm very excited for. But knowing that it's 13 episodes makes me really nervous for how they're going to do said scenes. Like, I'll give it to them. They only left, like, 3 or 4 volumes to work with for the final season. So, I mean, there isn't a whole lot of material left with. I really hope that they do not animate that stupid epilogue. There's just some really... There's just some things in that epilogue that I absolutely despise, and I wish they would never done. And I can't even say it because I don't want to accidentally spoil anyone for the story. But yeah, something I can talk about, because this is the first season of the show, is my hatred of All Might has been reignited since watching the first season again. All Might is the hero that gives Izuku his quirk, so yay. But my god, does he do it in such an awful way. I'm going on a rant now. We're just gonna go with it. Because, like, what do you mean? Okay, Izuku was, like, mercilessly bullied throughout his middle school and elementary years. Cool. Okay, I can't say that. The little clips that we saw that he was very heavily bullied. So then, he has, like, the worst day. His bully pushes the line a little bit too far. And brings up, you know, a good old... How do I say this without sounding insensitive? But to... I don't know, take a swan dive. You know what, we'll go with that. It's direct words from the show. And, of course, Izuku doesn't. But it hurts. And then he meets his hero after encountering a villain. Like, this first episode is just full of everything. And this Izuku has probably the worst day of his life. But then he meets his hero, and after everything that happened that day, like, he almost died because of a villain attack. I mean, like, after everything that happens that day, his hero goes, nah, you can't be a hero. You need a quirk for that. Knowing damn well that he was quirkless at one point, too. Oh, that bothers me so much. It's not spoilers. That's in the show. Like, what? This is such a... And then he leaves Izuku on a roof, by the way. Because that's a responsible thing for a hero to do, right? That's like the first episode, and then eventually All Might catches up to him again because Izuku saves someone. And, sorry, the light caught me. Eventually, like, Izuku saves someone, and then the hero finds him again, and he's like, actually, you know what? Here's my quirk. Now you can become a hero. Like, dude, he already proved he could do it before you gave him the quirk. What do you mean now he can be a hero? Sounds manipulative to me. Sorry, this is a show I can rant about for days on end. I love it so much. Everyone says, like, I've had this discussion with other people before, but they're like, yeah, but he didn't know. Like, All Might was just trying his best. I'm like, do better. Do better. You're, like, the number one hero. Everyone looks up to you. You're, like, a 40, 50-year-old man. Yeah, do better. And then he's just an idiot throughout the entire show. So, like, they all get into the hero school. This is, again, like, episode 2. They all go to the hero school. And, nope, sorry. Let me backtrack to my other point that I absolutely despise. So, Izuku still has to apply to get into his hero school with the quirk. Here's the thing. He doesn't get the quirk, like, to actually use it and train with it until the day he takes the entrance exams for the school. Like, the day of, he doesn't even get a chance to use it once before he's being thrown into battle simulations and being told to just go for it. Not even a spoiler alert. He breaks 3 of his limbs in the process of using the quirk for the first time. I just want to get behind into the other lane, people. So yeah, he breaks 3 of his limbs, and then you see like All Might do a voiceover just being like, the essence of a hero. I'm like, dude, that is raising a child to be a soldier. What are you going on about? Following behind the next person will not make them go any faster. And like, he sounds so proud in that moment too, and it's just like a freeze frame of Izuku free falling, and he just sounds so proud. I'm like, what is there to be proud about? He's injured. He's falling through the sky. Sure, he took out the giant robot, but he can't use the quirk you gave to him. What? I hate All Might. I hate him so much. And that's like, and then they do a different training episode. Again, this is just like first season. They do a different training thing, and All Might he's on a time limit for his quirk because he gave it away, and he has injuries, so he has a time limit for how long he can actually be the hero All Might. And he uses up all his time before a training simulation. Now, I'll give him the benefit of saying no one knew that this simulation was going to be attacked by villains. Not a single soul. However, he was supposed to be teaching the students that day. So yeah, villains attacked everyone. Some people get hurt. And then All Might shows up at the end all like, hurrah, I am here. Like I should have been from the beginning. I hate him. I hate him so much. Even in like the last season, I'm not going to talk about anything from the last season, but even in the last season, he just sucks. Like, he acts so surprised about some of the things that these, like, Izuku and everyone does. I'm just like, dude, you trained them to do this. Like, you taught them the whatever teaching. He sucks as a teacher, as a mentor. You know what? Fine. I'll give it that, like, the hero, All Might, the number one hero, is a decent hero. I will give him that. But as a teacher and a mentor, he is absolute garbage, doesn't know what he's doing, and goes about it like completely wrong. Like, you are damaging these students more than you are helping them. Yeah, it's just a lot of little things like that. Anyways, okay, I'm done. I'll stop. I'll stop my rant here. There's more that I can talk about, but I don't want to spoil too much of the show. If anyone has watched it, can you, like, text me so we can talk about it? Please? Please? I am dying to talk about this show again. Anyways, like, I've read the manga, so I know exactly how the series ends. I know what's happening next in the final season. I'm just excited to see how they animate it and what songs they put where. They brought, from season 1, they brought the band that did the very first opening back for season 8's opening, which I'm really, really hoping that the end song is the same band as the first season 2, because let's just bring it around full circle, why not? But I'm also very sad that Curtain Call is not the final song. That would have been so good. Like, just the meaning in the song, the title, everything about it is very much of a, like, sign off. I'm just like, that would have been great if they saved it for the final season. But then again, they brought back the first band, so I mean, can I really be too upset? I actually hate the opening. I listened to it and I think the tone of the song is completely off for what's happening in that season. Okay, anyways, I'm almost home. I will stop talking about My Hero now. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna go do some writing. And I am going to work on Space for Reflection some more. I think, yeah, Space for Reflection, or I'm gonna go back to Death, and so I can fix up that star that's a little wonky. And I might do some reading. I think I have some YouTube videos to catch up on. I think some of my friends put up new stuff and I've just been ignoring it by accident. Oopsie. Usually I'm fairly good at keeping up with it, because once I fall behind, I fall behind. But I think I only have like 4 or 5 videos to catch up on. So I might do that too. Anyways. What else? I'm really hoping my Jade kits show up soon. I ordered the Flossy Fox Stitch Along, like that Spring Dragon one. And I have no idea where it is. Like, has it been made and it's on its way over to me? Is it just stuck someplace along the shipping process? I have no idea what's going on with those kits. Well, sorry, that one, and then I also have other kits from like mid-June that I'm hoping show up soon. I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. Anyways, I will stop here and I will catch you guys later. I'll probably end this one soon too. There probably might only be like another clip or 2 and then I'm done. Alright, bye-bye. Okay, hi, here is my progress on Space Reflection. First row done, second row right about here. I'm gonna keep working on this one tonight, but I'm gonna wrap this one up here. I have 2 more things to talk about. Anyways, here's his progress. I forgot how much fun these old Diamondart clubs were, because you had the symbols with like the very obvious white grid, so you kind of like, you can really see it here how things come together. I kind of miss that for these older rounds. Good thing I have a lot of them in my stash, but like, it's kind of neat. Anyways, that's Space Reflection. This is like roughly the halfway point, so it won't take too long to work on. Anyways, that's this kit. I went to the grocery store and I forgot to share this the other day. I picked up some dark chocolate. This is like my favorite kind of chocolate. Added in some sea salt. Best stuff. My question was going to be what your favorite kind of chocolate is. That's where I was going with this. I love these guys. This was something new I was trying, and I was so sad when I opened it up and like all the caramel had leaked out of the chocolate. Sad. But I have these, so that'll fix it. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of where I'm going to leave things tonight. And I had something else to talk about. Oh! Okay, never mind. I have one more thing to say. A very, very kind person gifted me 2 golds, so I got my custom from diamondartclub. I got the picture all submitted, and now I just wait. And I'm very excited to see how that turns out, and I am so thankful. Somebody else traded me some cards, somebody else just gave them to me, and I'm so thankful to them. So anyways, I will have a custom to share eventually, not anytime soon. There's tons of processing time in there, but I'm excited to see when it gets to me, whenever that may be. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.